I'm not entirely sure what the collective noun for a group of kings is. I should probably check that out, actually. I should have done it beforehand. But anyway, this is a collection of kings of pen. And I thought I would just have a quick look to see what variations are available on this magnificent pen. And, well, we've got 10 of them here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what we're going to do is run through and explore them in a little bit more detail. So we'll start here. Arguably the least interesting pen, but actually a magnificent pen in its own right. So this is the Professional Gear King of Pen in black with rhodium trim, also available with gold trim. And we'll see that this is a medium nib. Now the nib is the thing that unites this range of pens. The heart of any good fountain pen is obviously the nib, and the one thing that these all have in common is this magnificent nib. Sometimes rhodium coated, as here, sometimes gold, and sometimes bicolour. So we'll have a look at the nibs as we go through. So anyway, this is the Professional Gear King of Pen. And so is this. And this is the Demonstrator. Again, substantial, rhodium trim. Now, Professional Gear is the range within which they make quite a lot of special editions, and a special edition is a pen that is sort of time limited. There's not a fixed number of them, so they're not numbered. It's not a numbered edition, but they don't make them forever, and when they're gone, they're gone. This is the Sunset Over the Ocean. We seem to have gone for a lot of rhodium trim. Here we go again. Identical to the in size, shape with the other Professional gears, as is this one. Well, this is actually a limited edition. So this is the Blue Dawn, and if you look closely, you will see little bits of iridescence, and at the bottom you will see that this is number, can't see, but anyway, it's a limited edition, 273 of 500. There we go, there we go. A very attractive pen. Now this is not actually quite the standard nib. It's just got 21 on it. This is because it is one of the pens celebrating Sailor's 110th anniversary. So it's a slightly different design. But the nib underneath the cosmetics is exactly the same as all other Sailor nibs. Now, these are all Professional Gear type. We're moving now to what many regard as being the classic shape, the classic cigar shape, and this is the Profit 1911. They use all sorts of different names. It's the 1911 Profit whatever. The difference is, and this runs through all of the Sailor range, if it's called 1911, it's got rounded ends. If it's called PG, it's got squared off ends. So as you'll see, it's ever so slightly longer due to the fact that the ends come to a point. And that's probably why they don't do so many special editions, because it's not easy to get the engraving on the end. So again, we have a very nice bicolour nib here. So let's take a look at this. There we go. So beautifully made. Sailor, 21 carat. And this one I think is broad. So in terms of basic Kings of Pen, that's about it. But wait, there's lots more to come. Here we have the Sakura Nagare, and this is a proper Lacquer pen, and probably one of the more affordable ones. Now this one has limited production, which means that if you want to buy one today, and we don't have any in stock, then you're going to have to wait until they make some in Japan. So there's a limited number of these made every year, and you can see why. It is a Mac-IE pen. It is actually on the resin Profit, so don't run away with the idea that you're getting an Ebonite pen here. Wait for it, they'll be here in a moment. The art, Mac-IE means sprinkled picture, and what we've got here is gold, representing the banks of the river down which float leaves from a cherry tree. So as you see, that's a very, very beautiful thing. There we go. I think we're doing that for about 1,200 quid at the moment, which is actually not a bad price for a very fine pen. Next, we move on to something that's been out of production for quite a long time. This is the Ebonite King of Pen. Now, there have been big changes in Sailor over the past 2 or 3 years. One of the problems that they've had is securing ebonite of sufficient quality. Now, ebonite is a material much loved by pen makers. It's a hard rubber, which, as you see, can be polished to a very, very high luster. There we go. Have a look at the nib. Now, the thing about ebonite is that it's always warm to the touch. It's a natural material, a natural feeling material, and it looks absolutely brilliant. There we are. Probably similar sort of weight to the resin, actually. No great differences there. But ebonite is, as I say, a much loved material. There we go. Now, on the base of the ebonite pen come all sorts of exciting variations. The first one wouldn't be obvious to the eye, but this is actually the pen in which Sailor place quite a lot of their special nibs, and what you can get from us at the moment is the Naginata Togi special nib, and there is a video review of that elsewhere, and I'll put a link through to that. There's also the Urushi. Now again, as many of you will know, Urushi is a lacquer much loved by Japanese artists. It's a horrible material to work with. It's poisonous, very time consuming. To get a finish like this will take many, many applications and polishings of the lacquer. And there we go. Now, this is Vermillion. It's a colour that is now discontinued, actually. We've got a couple left in this black and red. There are a new series of colours coming called Kaga, and we're looking forward to seeing those. Not with us quite yet. With the Urushi lacquer, there's a number of different finishes that can be applied. And Sailor has experimented with some fairly novel ones recently. This is the Ito-Miyabe, and well, it's meant to feel like stone, and I've got to say it does. And it's not unpleasing. There we are. You can see and possibly hear the texture there. Yeah, I like this, and there's a more unusual expression of Urushi lacquer, which is usually very highly polished. That's really quite interesting. And finally, we're looking at the Wabi Sabi. Now this is a very expensive and very limited edition, as you will see. What's special about this is the technique of applying the lacquer. I mean, as you'll have seen with the two earlier Urushi pens, they tend to be either polished to a very high degree or fairly matte. This is a mixture of both, and there's a huge amount of texture gone onto this, and actually the more I look at this pen, the more I find it attractive. The artist, who is Yo Simamori, has tried to represent the Japanese virtues of wabi, which is beauty, and sabi, which is simplicity. And he's also trying to demonstrate the path through life of everything from newness, brightness, reflected by the highly polished surfaces, to the bit that, well, I'm probably heading towards, there we go, gradual decay. And so what he's done is mix within the lacquer bits of rust, giving this extremely pleasing finish. So there we go, the Wabi Sabi. You'll also notice this one doesn't have a clip. And you'll also notice, if you check the price, it's a good deal pricier than any of the others. So there we go. The Sailor King of Pen. They're absolutely magnificent. And I did say we just have a look and see how are they right. I doubt that we'll be disappointed. Right then, as I said earlier, we're going to do a quick writing test. Here we are, and I've got a bottle of Sailor Gentle Black. Been kicking around for some time. There we go. Now, this is the first time this has ever been dipped, I think, and this is a medium. Well, it hasn't learned to spell yet. Hang on. There we go, that's better. Well, it's putting down a jolly good line, you've got to say that. How does it feel? Well, it feels absolutely wonderful. The pen sits very comfortably in the hand, actually. That does say hand, believe it or not. Now the nib, yes, it is certainly soft. Whilst I wouldn't say it was flex, you do get a degree of line variation there. Beautiful. Yes, well, I don't think that disappoints at all. Now, we're also going to have a look at the Profit. That obviously was the professional gear. And this, I think, is a broad nib. Let's have a look. See if I can persuade it to come into focus here. Yes, that's broad, that's good. Okay. Now, again, a bit of a dip. Wait until it settles down a bit. This flow is a bit too much. Definitely broader, not unusably so. There we go. I think my writing's warmed up a bit. It's fairly early in the morning here, actually. What about variation? Let's have a look here. Ooh, that is just shows not. Yes, it is very, very soft and nice to use. I think for the two of these, I would probably prefer the broad. But that's really comparing something that's perfect with something that's even perfecter. They are both wonderful to use. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's told you a little bit about the wonderful world of the King of Pen. Unfortunately, not an inexpensive place to visit. However, well worth it. If you've enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up. At the least, if you'd like to subscribe, hopefully there'll be more of these on the way fairly soon. The Sailor, King of Pen. Thank you.